recall a few weeks ago, I made a post and I said, I'll be doing caffeine detox, water fasting, and I'll be removing the internet off my phone for a week. It was a quiet journey. What happened? Let's find out. Hello, beautiful people. This is Diana, and this is Diana Show. I'll be talking to you about a variety of subjects, different things, but the goal will always be to make our life better, happier, nicer for us and everybody around us. I'll learn from you, and you'll learn from me. And I hope I lived up to your expectation. Let's go. Now, what happened? A few weeks ago, I was off from work for a week. And when I'm off from work, I would like to just have a staycation. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to see anybody. And I use this as an opportunity to take care of a lot of tasks, a lot of things in my to-do list that I have been putting off for months before. It's a chance. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to interact with anybody. Also, I usually like to do water fasting and caffeine detox around this time because I don't have to interact with any other human being other than my family. For the sake of everybody's safety and my safety, my family, they have to put up with me. What are they going to do? Disown me? After all, I'm their daughter. So I decided that this week, I can take care of business, finish a lot of things, and restart my body and sleep as much as possible. Sleep. Because even when I go on vacation, I don't sleep. I have an itinerary every single day. So usually I need a vacation from the vacation. So therefore, this week is an opportunity for me to catch up on rest, catch up on work, and, to recharge and go back to my normal life afterwards. Now, why did I want to do caffeine detox? Usually I do water fasting, but I don't usually do caffeine detox. What has been happening for quite some time, I have been feeling uneasy. I have been feeling anxiety. I feel a bit stressed out. My sleeping has been terrible. I would wake up so many times in the middle of the night. No matter how many hours I would sleep, and I'm still tired. So coffee that I used to love, which basically it's not just a drink for me. For me, it's a ritual. The smell, the taste, that jet of energy that gives me that sense that I'm going to take over the world, even if it's delusional. We used to be friends, and it used to have a very positive effect on me. Lately, what's been happening that I had built a tolerance that coffee is not affecting me like it used to anymore. On the opposite direction, it has been making me tired, exhausted. It's ruining my sleep. It's exhausting my nervous system. It's making me anxious and aggressive. I'm on edge all the time. So I needed to calm down. So cutting caffeine is a big part. Because after all, I want to go back to it, and I want it to work as good as it used to before. Now, you might think, then, how much coffee do you drink a day? Usually I take double shot of espresso in the morning, tea in the middle, and another double shot around 5-6 o'clock. That's a lot of caffeine. So the effect, it's not as it used to be. Also, I'm getting older, so I'm becoming more sensitive to these things. Because let's be honest, caffeine is a chemical. It works in your brain. It does not just make you not tired out of nowhere. It shuts the receptors in your brain that tells you that you're tired. We're the only animals in the animal kingdom that whenever we're tired, we stay on our phone or we drink coffee. We do not rest. We do not go to sleep. As if we have to torture ourselves. So I needed to restart my nervous system. Dopamine detox, removing the internet from my phone. We live in a time where we are flooded, overwhelmed with information from the minute we open our eyes to the minute we go to bed. Information. You're getting information from Instagram, from Facebook, from news, from ads, from everywhere. My focus has not been that great lately. And I felt like maybe it has to do with many gazillion tabs that's open in my brain. I need to shut all these outside noises to start listening to my own creative brain once again. And actually, I have heard from Dr. Daniel Amen. He had said the best thing you can do for your brain is to remove the internet from your phone. Long time ago, when we had the Nokia phone, yes, I'm from the Nokia generation. The phone has just literally 3 tasks. You receive calls, or send call or call people, texting, or playing the snake game. That's it. Nothing else. Now, with every little question we have in our head, we go into the internet, and before you know it, you kind of get sucked in from one article to the other because ads keeps popping. Your attention is a currency. Your attention is a key, and that's what every single company is out there is trying to get you through your phone. So I need to take a break. Water fasting. The reason I do water fasting once a year, because it helps my hormones and it cleans my body. And let me just be clear, anything I do for my body, like from caffeine detox or water fasting or stressing my body in any way, works for me. It doesn't have to work for you. I'm just sharing my experience of what worked for me and what did not work. And by the way, not everything works for me every single time. Like, I'm going to be sharing some interesting things that happened to me this time that I've never experienced before. So things, even for myself, I'm growing older, my body's not the same, I'm changing, things are different. So please be careful in, imitating or doing any of these things that I'm saying here. Just please be careful. And if you have a health issue or anything like this, please consult with your doctor. Go back to our conversations. So water fasting puts my body in ketosis. What ketosis does, it actually it eats up the fat in your body, get rid of all the garbage or the damaged cells. And in my case, because I have like high estrogen level, it affects the production of the fibers in my uterus, because this is a problem I have dealt with before. I'm trying to be with you guys as honest and as transparent as possible in this journey. So please be patient with me. So water fasting, as I did for my research, helps shrinking the fibroid in your uterus. Also cleans your body. People even who has like very high inflammation or are very prone for cancers and autoimmune disease, their inflammation in their body is very high. And when you water fast, it stresses your body and start eating the fat and start to get rid of the garbage and all the damaged cells out of your body. So it's very beneficial. It's very stressful for the body, but it's beneficial at the same time. That's why a lot of religious practice always talks about fasting, whether in Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, all the stuff. Fasting is really clear for the body, for the soul, and for your emotion. It's good every now and then, to restart your body and restart your system. Alrighty, so what happened with me? Well, I'm going to talk about each detox by itself. When I started the caffeine detox, and I started that on Monday, because my first day off was Sunday, but I started on Monday. That was not pleasant. And I would like to share with you one thing. I really realized that when you stop caffeine, you lose 90% of your will to live. It was very uncool, especially for somebody who actually is dependent on caffeine as much as I am. I'm literally dependent on it into finishing my day, finishing what I need to get done, doing my project. Even to come to talk to you right now, I need a little bit ahead of caffeine. Plus, like I said, it's a ritual for me. I enjoy it. So the first day, no coffee. It did not hit me until the afternoon. And I started feeling really tired, really sleepy. And I went to the nail salon to get my nails done. And the technician, she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just not having coffee today." She's like, "Do you want me to get you coffee?" I'm like, No, I'm fine." And as she was working on my fingers, and she's really pushing on them, I'm literally dozing off. I'm falling asleep. It was so funny. Everybody was looking at me. I don't care. I had to get that day. I had to get that done and I had to go through the day. So rest of the day continue. And I'm super tired. Taking a nap here, taking a nap there. And it's just not working. My focus and my attention was terrible. I had some classes to finish online, like my Duolingo class, my Elevate class, my Impulse class. That takes a lot of mental bandwidth. That was such a struggle to finish my classes and go through them all. And the headache, oh my God, the headache was excruciating. Another thing that caffeine does, when you don't want to deal with unpleasant emotions or something negative, it's magic beans. So it makes you feel really good about yourself. It gives you that really sense of love and, happiness, because it produces dopamine, and dopamine is a happy hormone. So there's no caffeine, there's no dopamine. All this ugliness comes up on the surface because you cannot put it in the back. You have to deal with it. And this limiting beliefs, these I am not good enough, I am this, I am that, I am not where I want to be, all comes up and you have to deal with it at the moment. There's no way out. You cannot escape from yourself at this point. And that carried on throughout the whole week. I have to admit that because my brain has been altered by so much caffeine for so many years, Even after a week, I still craved coffee. I still wanted that dopamine hit from the caffeine. But throughout the week, on Tuesday, I had to have some tea because I was having an important conversation with my dad and I didn't want him to disown me. So I needed to get some caffeine, although the caffeine percentage is not as high as I'm used to. So it did not do much for me. It just made me a little bit awake, a little bit more tolerant to other people. So I actually, at this point, I am not having that heavy of a withdrawal symptoms like I was having on Monday. Because on Monday, I literally could not talk to anybody. Anybody's voice would have been so loud and it would take so much energy out of me to participate in any conversation or take any information from anybody and respond to it. So that was not happening on Monday. On Tuesday, like I said, around the late afternoon, I took 1 cup of tea just to go talk to my dad, went through the day. Once I didn't have anything, Thursday, it was the last day before my water fasting because I was planning to start on Friday. I had matcha to try to finish as much as possible on my day. It still did not get the satisfaction that I usually get from caffeine, but it made me go through the day. The results of all this, of torturing myself without coffee, I slept. And I slept really good. I had such a deep sleep. Every time I would sleep, as if like I'm in a coma. I would really, really deep sleep. And I have missed that. I haven't had that in a long time. My focus has like a little bit got better. I'm a lot calmer because I'm not interacting with anybody. Nobody wants to talk to me when I'm in that state. So at this point, my nervous system took a break. My physical body took a break and I was able to sleep better. Every now and then, it's good to stress your body and take that stimulant out of it. I'm a person who takes such a big pride on finishing my things, on achieving a lot as much as possible during my day. And coffee helps. But the fact that I'm dependent on coffee is not making me happy. So I needed to prove to myself that I can go through my day without coffee. It was a bit hard, but I did it. That was in regard of caffeine detox. Removing the internet from my phone was not as easy as I thought. On Monday, it actually gave me a very nice break. I'm not going to deny. It was really good not to have the internet on my phone. It was really good not to, whatever an idea pops in my head and I go access it immediately on Google or search it. But that did not last because I need to do some bank transactions. And I needed to have an access to the internet. Also, there's a post that happened actually on Monday. There's a post on Instagram that I needed to check. That had some information. And as soon as I got in there, I got lost for half an hour. That after half an hour, I was like, why am I here? I got here for a reason. I'm here for a specific mission. What do I need from here? I forgot. I got sucked in as if somebody put me under hypnosis and I was gone after that. It was scary. The rest of the week, I could not remove the internet because I had some emergency outside the country and I needed to have an access to Facebook. I need to have an access to WhatsApp and Messenger. So I needed the internet. So that did not work very well. But in the little short time that I was able to disconnect from that much of information that I'm receiving from outside was really helpful. Water fasting. Water fasting was very challenging this time. The first time I did it for 96 hours. 96 hours, 3 days and a half. I lost like 5 pounds. I didn't do much of activities. I had way higher expectation of myself this week. Monday, the day I started caffeine detox, I got my period. To add to this, the whole mix. So stopping food and stopping nutrition end of that week did not serve me very well. I started my day normally. It was fine. But as the day went on, and by the way, I did not stop. We went to the mall, went shopping, went to Hobby Lobby, went to Home Goods, went to IKEA, we did our things. By late afternoon, I started to get tired and dizzy and I started to feel nauseous. So I went back home, took a long nap, but I still did not rest. I got up and I started doing certain activities in the house and also it was hot. The heat did not help. Having my period did not help. Around 10 o'clock, I got very nauseous and I started throwing up. My whole body was shaking. My hands were shaking. My legs were shaking. And I had an excruciating headache. And I was so dizzy. And I went to bed that night. I was supposed to break my fast, but I didn't. I said, let me see what's going to happen the next day. Next day, as soon as I woke up, I checked my blood pressure. I checked my sugar. All the numbers were fine, were stabilized based on the fact that I was fasting. But by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I had to break my fast. Yes. On Saturday afternoon, I had like a bone broth, had a few strawberries just to get my digestive system a kickstart. But it was painful, really, really painful. Which gave me a realization how grateful I am to have an easy access and fast access to food. Thank God, I'm very grateful for that. All right, so as a result of this interesting journey that I put myself through, it's good to stress your body every now and then, but please, main thing is to listen to your body, listen to your needs. After 36 hours of my water fasting, I had to stop because my body was giving me an emergency signs. I was under a lot of stress, and I knew I had entered ketosis after 30 hours at this point. So I got what I needed to get done. So be careful, listen to your body, don't push yourself in that limits. Every now and then it's good to stress your body, but do not overdo it, and do it very, 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 very carefully. Another realization, your attention is a currency. Give your brain a break from all this information. When you silence the outside voices, you can hear your own voice. Your creativity level gets better. You shut off all this tabs that's open on your research bar. Like your brain's like a computer. Give it a break. When you give it a break, you can hear your own voice. You can let creativity flow easily through your body and through your brain. So it's good to shut this information from outside. Our problem is FOMO. Really, really the fear of missing out. Like, if I didn't know this information right this second, I'm going to die. No, you won't. You'll live. We've done it for so many hundreds of years ago. It was fine. So you really can take a break from some information from outside. Another realization I realized that I don't know how to take a break. I do not know how to sit still and just relax. I don't know why I do this, but I have to be in continuous state of activities in doing. And this is actually bad for the feminine. The feminine is to be, the masculine is to do. It's good to have the masculine within the feminine, but I had a week off and I still could not relax. I still could not sit still. And this is something I really need to work on. Another thing, and this is I mentioned before, gratitude. Gratitude to your life. Gratitude to the food that you have. I did not eat for 36 hours and I was suffering. And I'm a grown up. I'm an adult. Imagine kids who's been going through this for over a year. You see them on TV, you see them on the news, lining up crying from hunger. We're very blessed. We're very abundant. And also, if you can give, please give to end hunger in the world. I understand we cannot fix the world, but you can do a little at a time. Hunger is an ugly, 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 ugly feeling. And I was hungry, unusually. Like I said, this week was different than any experience that I had before. Anyway, be grateful for what you have. Listen to your body. You, yourself, your body, your brain, your emotion, your whole life is the best project you can ever work on your entire life. So reset, restart, and adjust. Whatever worked for you yesterday might not work for you today. Whatever worked for you yesterday might not work for you the day after. So always adjust, always be in that process of knowing better, and I'm doing better. You're not a tree, you have choices. You can change yourself, you can change your life, you can change your health, you can recreate your life. So please do that. And remember that you're the best project you can ever work on. You are the best parent for yourself. Always remember that too. I hope you liked this episode, and I hope I didn't talk too much. I feel like I really carried on with a lot of details. Until I see you next time, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. And activate the notification bell, so hopefully you get a notification about my videos whenever I post one. I post every week. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next week. Mwah.